Hello guys, this is Dr. Sai Gita, MDS Peterodontist. Today I'm going to talk about how to prepare and how to present for your MDS theory examination in the Association of Dental Hubs. So first I would like to talk about how to prepare for the exams, then how to present. So it's better to start early guys, that is at least 6 months before the examinations. So we have to collect the previous question papers and analyze which are important, which are new, and which are asked most. So based on that, we can write down, and note it down. So based on whatever the important questions, it's better to gather the seminars of all the important questions, mainly essays, and because it's easy to understand from the seminar. And also, it's important to download the articles and print them and file them. The articles which you have to download are the review articles for the presentation. These articles and also whatever the new and different types of questions, different questions which you find them in the question paper. If you don't find them in the textbook, you can type the question in the Google Scholar and you might luckily find something, a review article on them, and then you can download those articles. After filing and printing, you can separate them based on the paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and then you can start preparation. At least 3 months before the examinations, generally our staff will start asking us to write mock examinations. It's better to prepare and write during the mock examinations rather than waiting till the end, because this gives us practice on how to write the examinations. And by this time, it's better we complete textbooks, that is not line to line, at least to know what topics are there in which textbook are important, and what textbooks should be followed for which answer. This analysis is important, guys, at least 3 months before the examination. Then we can start preparing notes, flowcharts, contents for each and every questions when you read it. It's better to keep a separate notes for each and every paper or each and every topic. And for every answer, it's better to minimize the answer into a flowchart and learn it through a flowchart. And it's better to note down all the contents you want to present when you're writing an answer. And start preparing timetable. At least 1 month before the examination, you have to plan your time. That is, make a timetable based on your biological clock. At least if you're a night owl or an early bird, based on your easy way, you can plan your time. So at least from this before 30 days, you have to practice writing. Right? Practice writing, both the writing and your handwriting. Revise all your answers. And if you're not understanding any of the topic, it's better to watch videos on a particular topic, because mainly this works for paper one, guys. You have many videos where you can learn the topic instantly with the animations and also the presentation they give. And at least from the 1 month before the examinations, it's better to write every day an exam for 3 hours. This way, you can adapt your mind that from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, there would be an exam for us. And at that time, it's better you don't sleep, and it's better you write it so that your mind gets adapted to writing at that point of time. And with this also, you learn to write faster and faster. So yeah, you have to set your timetable based on your biological clock, and it's better to read classifications as soon as you wake up because the mind will be fresh. It's better to read classifications and also definitions at this time, and you have to sleep at least for 8 hours. So practicing, you have to practice both writing and handwriting. Writing, you have to practice writing as fast as possible with a good handwriting skill. If you're not having a best handwriting, like at least with your handwriting, write it by giving spaces and write it where the person who is correcting can understand each and every letter or each and every word you have written. So spacious answers, spaces between each word, would give a good presentation, soothing way. And also writing, also you have to be able to complete all the essays and all your short notes with a given stipulated time, that is 3 hours. So you have to practice writing faster. So between every topic, it's better to take a break. That is, a human brain can remember only for can concentrate only for 45 minutes in a given hour. So for every 45 minutes, it's better to take a 15 minutes break. And in that 15 minutes, you can practice your hobby. And it's better not to see any screen, guys, either your TV or your cell phone or any laptop. Better to give rest to your eyes and practice something. It's better to go to outside and watch trees and sky so that it gives some rest to the eyes. And you have to de-stress, meditate, and exercise every day so that you would be healthy when you're giving your exams. And also, your mind will get relaxed and will be ready for reading the next topic. And try writing after lunch or dinner instead of reading, because after eating your meal, the blood supply would be more for your intestine and it will decrease to your brain. So the grasping power of the brain decreases. So it's better to write something instead of dozing off or reading. And it's better to eat balanced diet because you have to be healthy on your D-Day. Whatever, how much ever you prepare, guys, that is not enough. It's better to be healthy, and you, whatever you have read, you have to be able to write it on your exam day. So for that, you have to be healthy. So you have to eat balanced diet and also have a very good sleep because your mind should be concentrating on the time at during the time when you're writing your examination, because before your examination day, if you sleep only for 2 hours, on the main day for 3 hours continuously, your mind will not be able to concentrate. So it's better to sleep for 8 hours at least a day before your examination and give a proper rest to your brain. So now we have understood how to prepare for the exams. Now, how to present for your exams. Before presenting, we'll get to know how the examination sheet is. For the Andhra Telangana students, generally the answer sheet is singular ruled and it is a 75 pages booklet and 25 lines in each. And the front page, as you know, is an exam name, subject, and hall ticket. It's better to check all your details properly. And there's no additional sheet given for PG students, so it's better to complete in the same booklet. For others, even if it is a plain booklet, it's the examiner will expect you to write at least 25 lines in each sheet. So better to present it well. So whenever you're presenting your answer sheet, you have to write, you have to draw the borders on all the four sides, and also answer number should be written on the left hand side in the margin and also in the center before you start it, because because of the online corrections, if the all the four borders are not included in the screen, at least the center number would be showing when you're starting your answer. It's better to draw the double lines at the end of each answer so the examiner will invigilator or examiner will understand that the answer is completed and you're going to start your new answer. And it's better to have a very good and neat handwriting that will fetch you more marks. And the first impression is best impression. So you have to choose a question which you know better and write that answer, present it well neatly. And it's better use only two color pens in the complete answer sheet. Better black and blue. Avoid red and green colors, because if you try to use many color pens, you won't be having time. Don't waste time in using many colors, because you won't be given marks for different colors you use. And diagrams should be neat with pencil and they have to be dark, so that because when the photograph of your answer sheet is taken and uploaded, the diagram should be seen when seen on the screen. So draw it dark enough, and you have to fill minimum of 35 to 40 pages, so that sometimes when the correcting person will not have time, at least they see how many pages you have written. If there is a good matter in the answer sheet, then you might get more marks. So it's better to attempt all the answers no matter what, and all the answers should be attempted even though if you don't know it. And if you concentrate, you might remember that you have read about it or learned about it or listened to it anywhere, and then you can write the answer. But don't leave the answer as if you don't know it. How to distribute the pages? Essays minimum of 8 to 10 pages, and shorts 4 to 6 pages. For the people who are having only shorts, 10 shorts, 4 to 6 pages each question can also be written. And also for time distribution, essays 45 minutes minimum and shorts 15 minutes. And for the people who have only shorts, try to fill all the shorts within 12 minutes. And extra time, extra 15 minutes should be left in the end so that you can check whether you have attempted all the answer or you have left. To stop getting into a trouble, it's better to write all the answers in a sequence so that you don't miss any question in between. And also don't forget to check if you have written everything so that you don't lose marks unnecessarily. Paper one. Coming to paper one, as you know, paper one, the name itself tells that it is applied basic science. So never miss to write the applied aspects of each and every question at the end. Any BDS student can answer this paper one, but as you postgraduate, the examiner will expect you to write something related to your topic. How will you apply it as a doctor, as a periodontist, or as an orthodontist, for example. So applied aspects is important. Diagrams are also important for paper one. Wherever possible, draw a diagram, write the answer in a flowchart. Reference, you can quote only in essays, that is sufficient. If you have time, you can quote in short also. For easy learning, all the basic sciences in one book if you don't have time, or before 1 month of the exams, you can read the book that is Comprehensive Applied Basic Sciences for MBA students. This book is good, guys, for preparation. For each and every department, they have completely given separately every question. And also, if you're not understanding anything in paper one, you can watch YouTube videos. Paper two and three, um, in this, authors are compulsory. At least minimum of 2 to 4 authors in each answer is important, and underline each and every author you have written, because keywords are very important, guys. In paper two, three, and four, the person who is correcting will see all the words. That is contents name. You will know what are the side headings he will expect will be written in the contents. You will be writing references. You will be quoting the author. So these three are enough to fetch you the highest marks possible in the exam. So contents, authors, references. These three are important, and also summary of answer in a flowchart. So the person will not be will doesn't have to read the whole answer. They can see by just turning your pages, that is a flowchart, contents, references, and authors. So show the examiner what you want to show. Fill the pages. Fill the pages completely. 8 to 10 pages or 4 to 6 pages. Fill it. But when you're writing it, if you're confused, show only what you're confident. Underline the lines which are confident on. So underline the authors, underline the contents, um, draw borders around the flowchart. So the examiner will see only those. And minimum 2 classifications for the essays is important, guys. And also references 4 can be given. Paper 4, mostly paper 4 comes as a recent advances or current trends. Concentrate more on recent advances and current trends, and recent advances in each and every department. Review articles can be downloaded, and those can be answered. Which question to select? Which question to attempt in paper 4? This is very important question. Important doubt. That is, when you get a paper 4 paper questions, if you when you see them, relax for a minute, and then write the contents, whatever you know about the particular question. Write about both questions. Write the contents with a pencil and a rough paper, and then by this time you will analyze and you will understand which question is better to attempt. And the one with the maximum contents, the one which can be filled maximum, and the one you are more confident about, you can attempt that question. And how to present it. Leave at least 1 to 2 pages for the contents before for the paper form, and then start presenting the answer as a seminar. So you can start as an introduction and write everything in between, and then conclusion followed by references. So by this way, you'll be able to present it well. And also, meanwhile, in between, you can drop some flowcharts and underline every author possible you have written. So quote maximum authors possible in paper form, and references minimum of 10. These should be in order of articles, standard textbooks, and the other textbooks you have written. So complete the contents 10 minutes before the exam. So first impression is best impression. Even though you have worked hard so much, presenting is the key to success for the MDS paper. So good handwriting, all the keywords underlining, and also showing what you want to show. This can fetch you more marks in MDS theory examination. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Dental Hub, for collaborating with me. And guys, if you have any queries, you can ask them in the comment section below. And do follow Dental Hub in the Instagram and also in the YouTube. Thank you.